Hey folks, Coach Patrick here. Welcome to another in-depth course here. As a member of Endurance Nation, you get a chance to dive deep inside what it means to be a smarter, better athlete. And we do everything we can to make sure you're as on top of everything as possible, whether it be nutrition or racing, about a particular course, about a particular strategy using technology, the latest and greatest workouts. As you know, we're constantly updating and giving you more information. As part of that process, we're going to start giving you guys what we like to call some courses, a little more in-depth look at what it means to be successful in a specific area that will benefit you, whether you're a runner or you're a triathlete, etc. In today's course, I'm going to be talking to you specifically about, and I'm going to pull it up right now so I have it myself, about injury management. And by that I mean, how do you actually take care of your body? As an endurance athlete, there's so much you have going on. You're trying to fit the requirements you have for your training, the degree to the size and depth of which is respective to your goals and your natural ability level, and is also constrained by circumstances such as work, home, other interests, and so on. How do you take that and manage it in such a way that keeps you healthy and engaged and participating? One of the things that you'll see when you get out there on race day, and you probably experience it yourself, is that being successful isn't necessarily who shows up as the fittest. It's who shows up as the healthiest, right? We define ready for race as a great taper, as if the last 5 days before a race make a really big difference on how you're going to race. When in reality, everything you did, the other 95 days before those 5 days, you want to call it 100 days? Let's go back like 7 weeks, right? We call it 100 days. Then we say, looking at that, well, all of a sudden, what you do there and how you train, all that is predicated upon how healthy you are, how consistent you are. And so one of my sort of main selfish interests is keeping you as healthy as possible. So in today's course, I'm going to walk you through a great deal of that information. So sit back, get a cup of coffee. I got my venti Americano here, or your beer, or your glass of wine, or just, something perhaps lighter, if that's your fare. And let's dive in a little bit as to what it means to manage injuries successfully inside Endurance Nation. Okay? So first and foremost is just sort of acceptance. So we can get a little Zen action here for you guys, and we can say, that's right, you're an endurance athlete, and guess what? You're going to get injured. You're going to get injured not only doing your sport of choice, but doing other stuff. I'm prime case for that. As an active, hands-on, gung-ho type A individual, there's no problem you can't solve, and no body part that isn't in jeopardy as you solve those problems. So as you think about your injury perspective and what's happening, you just have to sort of take that more Zen step and say, you know what, this is going to happen, and I'm not defined by what has happened to me, rather I am defined by how I handle what has happened to me. Okay, so one of the benefits of being an endurance athlete is there's plenty of disciplines you can take advantage of. If you're a triathlete, for example, with swim, bike, and run, if you can't run, you can bike and swim. If you can't bike, you can run and swim. If you can't swim, you can bike.